happen until I move somewhere with better internet. But I want to talk about this story. This is a Kotaku article by Ian Walker. Take Two sends investigators to YouTuber's house to crack down on Borderlands 3 leaks. What? Take Take Two sends investigators to YouTuber's house. This is not. This seems like it's crossing some sort of Wild West barrier. Not that they don't have the right to do such a thing. We can discuss that briefly. But we live in a video game industry world where you can do something as a goofy little YouTuber. Like, I could do something so dastardly. If Take Two sends me some information, some copyright information, I could do something so dastardly with it that they send people to my house. Will says, somehow the story has completely evaded me. I've heard that Take Two was into some shenanigans, but I didn't know it was this next level. It is absolutely next level. So basically the story is that this YouTuber, this is by Ian Walker, I think this article is where I'm getting my information. Summers, Supmato, the Matt Summers of Supmato channel looks like. Yeah, Matt Supmato Summers. This is a Borderlands YouTuber, so he puts out Borderlands content. He looks it says that he's plays Borderlands all the time, and he puts out videos talking about what Borderlands 3 is going to be about, and different information about Borderlands 3 coming up. It says that he apparently got a lot of things right. He would predict things about the series coming up with Borderlands 3, and what did he get right? He got right that there were 4 new playable characters, that there was a radiation element for guns, that there was a development of a Borderlands 2 add-on that would bridge the gap between the game and the sequel, which is already crazy that exists. He got some things right when it comes to Borderlands 3. But apparently he was given this information. Maybe it leaked, maybe he data mined it somehow or whatever based on the article, and he used it to profit on his channel. At least that's what Take Two says from their point of view. I haven't looked into this long enough to understand where the point of view is at, where the public is looking. Like, are people mad at Take Two for sending these people to this kid's house? Or are they mad at the YouTuber for leaking on behalf of Take Two and, pushing them to this point? I don't know. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle, I think. I don't think this kid is completely innocent, nor do I think necessarily that it's a good move for Take Two to be sending people to someone's house. My first question about this setup is, how did they find this person's house? I feel like most well-to-do YouTubers, like, you could probably find me pretty easy. I have a job, with the church, and I have all this different stuff going on. You could probably use my social media to find me pretty easily, but I have to imagine that some people on the internet have problems, or try to hide where they are, especially famous people, especially people with a big following. I don't know how big Supmato's following is. We can see what kind of YouTuber he is. His channel's gone. I guess I should have seen that coming, because that's part of it. His channel is gone. He hadn't been posting for a while. He comes back to the internet explaining, I did some things wrong, I guess, yada yada yada, got the channel taken away. So the question is, first, how they find his house. That seems very, very strange. These people were able to come to their house. It wasn't the police. It wasn't the FBI. It wasn't the FCC or whoever it would be. It was Take Two. Yeah. If they look like Mr. White from Reservoir Dogs, which that's the same actor. I just don't know his name. Will says, I just want to know if the guys who showed up were dressed like the wolf from Pulp Fiction. It's like, we got to clean this up. Yeah, they walked into Supmato's house. They laid out some stuff on the table, and they said, fella, it's we got to take out this channel. We got to clean some things up, and you can go back to doing what you were doing. Anyhow, first of all, how they find his house. That's wild. Don't think that's cool. He got I don't know if he got his channel back, but he did come back to YouTube. This says uh, with no uploads. Personality on YouTube returned to the platform yesterday with a video explaining his absence. He said that the game's publisher Take-Two. So he came back to YouTube. Now it looks like his channel has been fully deleted. It looks like we just went there. It looks like his channel's gone. When I searched for it, it is no longer there. So that's the thing. So obviously there is some shenanigans going on. It wasn't a thing where YouTube said, like, actually you didn't do anything wrong, we'll give you your channel back. Maybe he's in the process of doing that. I don't know. But it does look like he's in the wrong for some things. He even says it was a he's kind of claiming it here. It was a foolish thing to do. Sometimes the Take-Two subsidiary 2K, however, said the YouTuber's actions were sometimes illegal and harmful to the Borderlands community. So, stuff going on. They went and unpersoned. Will says they went and unpersoned him. They took away his personhood. So that's wild. That's crazy. The idea that this is possible. The idea this happens. I have to imagine they didn't give this guy any information. I have to imagine that Take-Two or 2K or whatever, I have to imagine that they did not give this person information and trust this person with information, expecting him not to leak it, and then, came to investigate as repercussions. The reason I can't imagine that being the case is that if they did that, I have to imagine they would probably just sue him and not copyright strike his channel, maybe. Or maybe they would, I don't know. But there's probably stuff going on between them. I don't think they gave him this information. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it might have been a data mine situation, or he might have gotten it from sources that leaked to him, which is bad news. But one question I guess I want to pose to the listeners, or not listeners, the viewers, or anyone if you're checking this out later, is what does it say about the gaming industry that kind of this thing is that you have to do things that make this possible. Like, their games are competing with each other to the point where it is like a big old chummy, kiddie pool full of 10 million sharks, and everybody's fighting for my attention. Everyone's fighting for your attention in this industry, and they want to make sure that if their game's not out yet, that you're thinking about their game. Borderlands 3 is not out yet. I'm not a huge Borderlands fan, but if Borderlands 3 wants my money, they need me to be thinking about Borderlands 3 right now. They need me to be thinking about Borderlands 3 right now. They need me to be thinking, ooh, that looks pretty cool. They need me to be, excited about it. They need me to be thinking about it. They need me to be wondering what it's like, or hoping that it's good, or being curious about what it feels like to play. They need me thinking about that now. Otherwise, I'm going to find a different game to think about, and I'm not going to buy their game because I'm going to forget about it. So, marketing budget for games has to be so huge now. So you have to keep the game in my brain as long as possible. And part of that is giving the game and giving information to YouTubers, to Twitch streamers, to people, so that I can see it played, or that I can see, people give information. So it's a wild industry that there's so much competition for mine and your attention, that you almost have to walk this tightrope as a company, leak or not to leak, information versus non-information. Do I give something to this kid with the possibility that he is just maybe he's just a teenage YouTuber, maybe he's an adult, I don't know who this person is, but you take a certain amount of risk with information, or do you play it close to the chest and then maybe people forget about your game? So what do you guys, I guess, think about the fact that this industry is so competitive that you have these kind of things happen and people are stretched out, people are marketing so hard and so quickly that maybe things fall through the cracks, or maybe they give things to the wrong people, and then you have to send some hitmen to a kid's house to take away his YouTube channel. Will says games industry is so big now that they've got secret agents tracking down YouTubers to preserve their marketing campaigns. Big money on the line. Absolutely right. Yeah, the games industry is so big that, Like you can you can carry a taser in a briefcase, wear a suit and a black tie to work, and drive an Aston Martin, and people ask you what you do, and you say, "Well, it's classified. I work for Borderlands 3." You know, it's classified. I do stuff behind the scenes. It's wild. It's a crazy world. An absolutely crazy world. So, anyway, this YouTuber, no more channel, no more Borderlands videos for now. Until the game comes out, I guess he can make a new channel. I don't know how that works. Does YouTube take away your ability to make a new channel? I imagine they probably do. But I guess do they not care that I'm making a new channel? They just care that I had a copyrighted content on my old channel. I not know. I do not know. But I think that's an interesting story. I think it's wild that we've gotten to that point. I mean, maybe this kind of stuff was happening whenever I was a child. Maybe this kind of stuff was happening whenever the games industry wasn't so big. Ask Alex Jones. Yeah, I would love to get Alex Jones on Game Talks Live to talk about Borderlands 3 conspiracy theories. Oh boy. Borderlands 3 is turning the frogs gay. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy talk. But anyway, if you're looking for work, if you can't find a job, it seems that as long as you have big muscles or have an intimidating jawline, Take-Two is seeking applicants for further investigative services. They say you just need to be able to shoot a gun and have no problem, tasing YouTubers. So that job application is open. Let me know if you get it. All right, on to the next thing. If everybody's finished with, are we finished with this? Take-Two sends investigators to YouTuber's house to crack down on Borderlands 3 leaks. This is kind of, I don't want to call it gloomy news. It doesn't seem like gloomy news. It's just, you want to think about video games as fun things. You want to think about like everybody's having fun making them, everybody's having fun marketing them, everyone's having fun buying them and playing them, but that's just not the case. Sometimes you need people to go out there and hack somebody's YouTube channel. Again, so we got hit with the big lag, and I apologize. We're dropping frames. Oh boy, stop